I found Rob's Dogs by driving down Indian School. I saw the signage on the outside of the building, and I had a puppy, a large puppy, a Mastador, and I always thought in the back of my mind I should look at getting her trained more due to her size. I was concerned. I have young children at home. I have young children coming over to the house all the time, and there was a lot of jumping, and so I started doing some research into different trainings offered for dogs. I looked specifically into Rob's Dogs, and from the moment I contacted them, they immediately responded. Their customer service was above and beyond, and that's a big deal to me. I didn't want to stop there, so I reached out to some other places and always went back to Rob's Dogs, and they just made me feel at ease. They talked me through what to expect for the whole week of the board and train, which is the program that I decided to do for Adley. So that's how I made my decision. When I dropped her off, there were a few things that were very important to me that I wanted to correct with her behavior. And some of them were being on the leash. I could never walk her without a gentle leader. She would pull anyone, so my kids would never be able to walk her. And so that was a big deal. She also did jump on everyone. When I dropped her off at Rob's Dogs, there were a few behaviors that I wanted corrected, and that was jumping on people. I have small children at home, so I did not want her harming anyone or have a fear of that occurring. Being on the leash, I could never take her on a walk without her pulling, so I always had to use a gentle leader. And then table surfing. With small children, there's food on the table at all times, and she would jump up and grab it before the children would have the opportunity to eat. So those were my main concerns. They reassured me that during the training process, we would be able to correct all those behaviors. And then when I got to pick her up today, it was a different dog. I never imagined the difference that a week would make. She saw me. She stayed in a remaining sitting position. That would have never happened before. She heals, and I think by all the behaviors that she exhibited prior, by the commands that were taught to her, I do know now how to correct it. And Caitlin was her trainer through this past week and also trained me today. So today when I got to be at the park with Caitlin and really take all the commands and all of her learning to apply it to real life situations, I didn't know what to expect, and it exceeded my expectations. We got to see children. We saw other dogs here at the park. She showed me today that she really did pay attention, and she was an A+ student. I couldn't be more proud of her, but I also understand that now it's time for myself and our family to take over with the training and ensure that we maintain it. I could not recommend Rob's Dogs more to anyone who is thinking about any type of training for their dog. It's also reassuring to know that if there's anything that does come up again in the future, I am able to reach out to them, and they are willing and able to help me. And again, it goes back to their customer service that I know that they stand behind that. And so I feel very comfortable leaving here today knowing that we have 100% guarantee.